Right guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be fixing this 1964 Impala door. This is an SS because the owner got into a little accident and needs a new door. So he brought this door right there. As you can see, I stripped it down. It's just a shell, nothing's inside. So I'm gonna strip it down to bare metal and go from there. We're gonna fix any little minor imperfections, any dents that this door might have, and paint it. Let's begin. Alright, as you can see, I started already. I am using the stripping discs right there with the grinder, so I'm gonna just start sanding everything. Here it is after a couple of hours of using that angle grinder with the stripping disc. All the paint has been eliminated, so there is some dents that I'm gonna have to work with, but all in all the door's in pretty solid shape. I am gonna apply some epoxy primer first. Then I'm gonna apply 2 coats of the epoxy primer. Then I'm gonna come back and apply about 3 full weight coats of the high build primer on top of the epoxy. That way I can start blocking it and see where my dents are at so that I can fix them. But there it is. Let's mix up the epoxy so we can spray it. This is the epoxy primer that I am using, so it's mixed 1-to-1. Let's mix it up, apply it to the door. Alright, here's the first coat of the epoxy primer. I am going to apply 2 coats, waiting about 15 minutes in between. Now that we applied the first coat, we can start seeing all the imperfections that this door has. So that's what we want. But we are going to be applying some high build primer, some primer surfacer on top of this epoxy, so that we can use a guide code and block it, so that we can know where our highs and low spots are at. This is the epoxy primer that I am using. Highly recommended, guys. Right there. This is the high build primer that I'm going to be applying. It's a polyurethane primer surfacer. There you go, guys. It's going to be applied on top of the epoxy primer. Here it is, the first coat of the high build primer, the polyurethane primer surfacer. So I am going to apply 3 coats. The tip I am using is a 2.0 tip. I want this primer surfacer to built, to get that built. So let's just wait 15 minutes, come back and apply 2 more coats. You guys saw that how this is being done from bare metal. So I applied the epoxy primer first, waited about 20 to 30 minutes for it to dry. Once all the coats of the epoxy primer have been applied, I waited for about 20 to 30 minutes, then came back and started applying the high build primer. That's where we're at right now. We still need 2 more coats. There it is, after 3 full wet coats of the high build primer. There you go. Now I can see all the dents. You can see right there and right there. So now we can start fixing them. Right, a couple of hours have passed and I did apply some guide coat. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take myself a 180 grit, sandpaper and a door block, and start blocking the area. Right here, guys, as you can see, all the imperfections that this door has on the bottom. Now I did go with a round block on this area. It's kind of rounded, but this is everything we're gonna have to fix. I'm gonna go in portions. I'm not gonna sand the whole thing right now. Let me deal with the bottom, then I'll come back and I'll deal with the top. All right, now that I sanded everything the way it's supposed to, now I know where all the low spots are and high spots. So I just put a tape because I don't want to cross this liner right here. On these areas that I had some guide coat showing, all I took was 80 grit and roughened it up. I don't want the guide coat to appear, so I'm just roughing everything up. I know that this part right here needs some body filler, and I'm going to continue with these, but let me apply the body filler to this part first. Here it is, the very first layer of body filler. I'm just going to let it set. I'm going to continue with these 2. So I'm going to scuff this down, scuff that down, put some body filler on those areas, and continue to this side. Here it is, the body filler has been applied. Now we're going to let it set, then come back, start blocking the body filler. Let's see where we're at. Everything has been smoothed out. Everything is ready. Now let me check my work, my sanding, my blocking with some quick check. How it works, you spray it on. It's going to give you an illusion that it has clear coat. You can look at it down through the side and see if your body work has been done correctly. Once you spray it, you can look down the side and you can see that your body work is perfect. Now I'm still going to apply some self-etching primer to the bare metal areas and apply some high build primer again to cover everything up, and we're going to block sand it. But this is how you fix dents from bare metal from the beginning. It's perfect right now. I'm going to continue with this, and I'll bring you back once everything's done, what I'm going to do next. All right, guys, everything has been fixed. Now what we got to do, we got to put some self-etching primer on the bare metal, and then just primer it again with some high build primer so that we can start blocking. There it is. Here it is. I applied 3 more full wet coats of the high build primer. So now all we gotta do is just apply some guide coat and resand it. All right, here we go. I have added some guide coat, so I'm gonna get myself 180 grit and start blocking it. I'm gonna start again with this part right here in the bottom. Let's go. All right, here we are. After block sanding it, I finished it off with 220 and 320. That's where it's at right now, 320 grit. Now let me check my work with quick check. Let me spray it on and check how my body work and the blocking did. Here it is. Now look at it down the side, and beautiful right there, guys. You can see it. Bodywork came out nice. So now let's continue with the top. All right, guys, I'm gonna do the top. There is a body line right there in the center, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get myself some tape. I'm gonna put the tape on top of the body line, right on top, just like that. And why did I do that? Because I'm gonna start sanding or blocking all the bottom part, and I'm gonna block all the way to the edge of that tape. All right, that's gonna create, or that's gonna give me that style line. Let me just block this area first, all of this, then I'll come back and I'll tell you what you're gonna do next with the tape. Here it is, guys. Nicely sanded all the way to the very edge of the tape. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply another tape underneath that one. I'm not gonna remove this one yet. I'm gonna apply it underneath. There you go. I placed the tape on the bottom. Once you do that, now it's safe to remove the top. Once you have removed the top one, now you can start blocking the other way, all the way to the tape line. And now after all the top has been sanded all the way to the tape line, now you can remove the tape line, or now you can remove the tape and you'll see your line straight. Once the tape has been removed, you can see the style line stayed there. Now all you gotta do, get yourself a soft block and scuff it down, making sure you do not, I repeat, do not overdo it, because you will eliminate the style line. So all you gotta do is just scuff it down. Here it is, guys. After lightly sanding it, style line is there. Now if you want to check it, you know how, quick check. So let's check it. You want to check how the body work was done, if it was done correctly. Look down the side, body line perfect. Perfect. There you go. There you go. All right, guys, gonna finish it up. All right, I already sanded everything to bare metal on the inside of the door. and I applied some epoxy primer and some high build primer. So all I need to do is just sand it down, and it should be ready. And here you go, guys. These are the steps you take from bare metal to primer and ready for paint. Now the next step, all I need to do is just paint it, but that'll be in the next video. All right, guys, so this will be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you picked up a couple of tips and tricks, and this will be it. Thank you very much, guys. Like always, have a great weekend, have a great week, and I'll see you next coming weekend. Thank you, and God bless.